The next one, the second sonnet. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow. Okay, what does that mean? I used such I used a quote like for this line maybe in one of my sonnets in the book of entitled the sonnets. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow. Yeah, I remember my friend Athman, maybe he picked this sonnet as one of his favorites, or maybe his favorite one. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow. Yeah, it's memorable actually. The line is memorable. But what does it mean? I'm not so sure actually. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow, speaking about winters, about the face of his beloved, or whatever, 40 something, blah blah blah. And dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field. Yeah, it makes sense now. Like when time shall try to destroy or bring down your beauty, and dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field. So when time passes on, shall it affect your beauty? Come on, Shakespeare is the best. Like, I remembered one of my lines that I have written back then about my late love or previous love. What does that mean? Like, yeah, so unfortunate that I have forgotten such sweet lines that I have written. Maybe I was associating beauty with eternity, like eternal as thou art, or something like that. Yeah, therefore thy beauty or something. Come on, how comes that I shall forget such sweet lines? Whatever, for Jesus' sake, forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Yeah, these lines that are written on the tombstone of Shakespeare himself. And dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field. So, yeah, let's move on, because maybe he's speaking about time. If it affects when 40 years maybe shall pass, shall it affect your beauty, thy youth's proud livery? Come on. What kind of text is this? Like livery? It's even written with Old English or Middle English or something. Yeah, I should try my best to figure out the letters. So gazed on now. Thy youth's proud livery, I'm not so sure. So gazed on now, will be a tortured weed of small worth held. Come on, I lost the track of things here. Maybe he says that your beauty wouldn't be affected with the passage of time, something like that. But I'm not so sure here, because yeah, whatever. Then being asked, where all thy beauty lies, where all thy beauty lies, where all the treasure of thy lusty days. Oh my gosh, this is one of my best lines ever. Then being asked where all thy beauty lies. So to ask the beloved maybe, or to ask me as the lover, where, no, because, no, it's the beloved, because beauty. The lover, I'm not so sure if the lover associates himself with beauty. So, yeah. Where all the treasures of thy lusty days? Where have you spent thy lusty days? I remember other versions of the sonnets. I have, yeah, it's worth to be mentioned that back then when I read the sonnets for the first and second times, I was 24 or something, and I was lovesick. It was the most romantic days in my life. Maybe I was deeply in love with my first or second love, and I tend to memorize things to have sticky memory when it comes to love, actually. So maybe that's the reason why I remember and I memorized so many lines out of these sonnets, because I was in such a deep emotional sentimental state. And yeah, I said it that love should be, or should be invoked at the age of 20 to 24, something like that. It's, yeah, at that time I was at my best, maybe. uh then being asked, where all thy beauty lies, where do you spend your beauty, where all the treasures of thy lusty days, where have you spent your lusty days, where have you spent your best days, to say within thine own deep sunken eyes. Yeah, this is one of the sweetest lines for me, actually. To say I have spent my best days within your eyes, within your deep sunken eyes. Yeah, thy eyes for me surpass my utmost dream. Yeah, I remember the sonnet 7, my one of my best sonnets. Yeah, her eyes was so much tricky. They turned out not to be green in terms, whatever. So yeah, it's a process of self-externalization, and we arraigned. I arraigned with Shakespeare, in a sense, to say within thine own deep sunken eyes. So I spent my best days, the prime of my life, within thy eyes, and this is love. This is worth to be spending my days, my hours, within your eyes, within, maybe gazing, maybe enjoying your company. Love is love. It's unutterable, actually. We're on all eating shame and thriftless praise. Yeah. How much more praise deserve thy beauty's vase? Come on. Maybe I need to change this text, because I'm losing track of certain words. There. Yeah, I shall try my best. Maybe I shall depend on memory or something, or memory of other texts that I have written. Yeah, we're on all eating shame and thriftless praise. Maybe I was hesitant, maybe I was ashamed of the eyes of others. This is my state back then. Maybe this is not the intention of Shakespeare in these lines. uh, how much more praise deserve thy beauties, or beauty, VSE? What does that mean? Come on. How much more praise deserve thy beauty? Yeah, when we commend beauty, when we praise beauty, we cannot appreciate beauty enough, because beauty is something divine, is something perfect, and our language cannot describe what's perfect. They try, they try their best. Only Shakespeare maybe is capable. He's such elegant, such miraculous figure. How much more praise deserved thy beauty's face, if thou couldst answer this fair child of mine. Yeah, so if you could answer, come on. He's addressing his beloved now. What were? Who was the addressee? Who was the speaker? Yeah, when we get lost in love, the sequence just gets deteriorated and disintegrated, or whatever. If thou couldst answer this fair child of mine, I am a child. When I'm in love, I am a child. If you could answer me, shall sum my count and make my old excuse, pouring his beauty by succession thine. Uh, okay, pouring his beauty by succession thine. So your beauty is maybe just transferred into another generation, or to other generations. Your succession, something like that. I make my old excuse. This were to be new made when thou art old, to see thy blood warm when thou feelst it cold. Yeah, maybe you shall be rebirthed, you shall be rejuvenated, recreated, something like that. This were to be new made when thou art old. So when you are old, maybe your progeny, your offspring shall restore your beauty, shall restore your liveliness, let's say maybe, and see thy blood warm. Yeah, you shall live again when thou feelst it cold. When you feel that you are dying, your children shall be your memory, shall bring you life again. Yeah.